long battery life, fluid operating system, all this with a monstrous battery life of more than 2 weeks. This is the Huawei Watch GT Runner 2 and welcome to my review, and let's get started. Let's do a quick unboxing. So in the box itself, we have the watch, we have a wristband, then we have the charger, which is gladly a wireless charger. So I can just not use this, I can use any other wireless charger, even a power bank to charge this watch. Super cool, no like this pogo pins that I have to put in the right position. This is a normal wireless charger. You can even reverse wireless charge it on your smartphone, which is super cool. And we get another wristband here, which is of a silicone type. And by default, because it is made for runners, you can see we have this very nice nylon strap here. It stretches tiny bit, but it's a very nice Velcro-like material that you also need to put to make it a bit tighter on your wrist. It's a bit of a smallish version. There are, I think, 2 different sizes available, and I have got the smaller version from Huawei, but nevertheless, it is very lightweight, and you almost don't feel the watch when doing sports or doing everyday to-day activities. And it's also, I don't know if you can see it, very thin here. It disappears on your wrist, and this is, I think, the best compliment you can make for a wearable device. Huawei, of course, has its own app, the Huawei Health app, and in here you can see I can just set up the Watch GT Runner 2. I get the percentages here. I have watch faces that I can choose. There's a whole theme store of different watch faces that I can most of the time even buy, because most of the good ones are for buying. It's not a lot, but you see that the good ones here, they cost a little bit, like this one here, now around €2. And the same goes for some other nice watch faces. So yes, you can get watch faces also for free. I have a few of them selected, but I have my faces here. I can see all my watch faces as well. It will take a while for loading there, but it will show me the watch faces, the one that I'm using here right now, the current one, but there are other watch faces, and I have even the ability to use the gallery watch face, which will just apply an image to your watch face. And there's some classic one features as well that you can download from this My Watch Faces tab there. Notifications you can enable and configure, so I can configure which applications should give me notifications on the watch. By default, it has the same default that I like, and you even have some possibilities to reply to certain notifications, like for example WeChat notifications or messages you can. And even WhatsApp, you can reply. There is either reply via voice or the little keyboard available that you can use for that. Watch connection protection is there as well. You can turn this on if you have this phone. This is just like an Oppo phone here right now, or another phone. You can set it up so that it won't lose connection to your device. You have the app gallery here, so there's another app store where you can download applications for the watch. And number 1 here is Curve Pay. Yes, payment is also possible with the Huawei Watch GT Runner 2. The only thing that I have to enable or install is the Curve application for NFC Payments, and to configure this one on my phone. In the Curve app, you will find a wearables tab there where I can set up my Huawei Watch GT Runner 2 to be able to use Curve Pay. Currently it's not enabled, but I am able to I have it installed, connected, and I can say I want to enable this one here, enable Curve Pay, and they're creating the wallet for me for Curve Pay on the watch, and then I'm able to use Curve Pay on my watch. So you can see me paying with the watch, and no, you don't have to hold it so long at the reader in order to read it. I just wanted to make sure that it's really paying, and as you see here, it worked with Curve Pay. I can get my receipt. The watch itself runs HarmonyOS. This is Huawei's new operating system for various different devices, and here we have one of the newest versions available, HarmonyOS 6.0, as you see, and this is very fluid running here on this watch. Very smooth, switching between all the data here that the watch can capture. You see how much things are available. You can even make it compact or less compact, so only icons if you want to run. There are thousands of programs there that allow you to run. You have to agree to a few things there and then go into settings and set things up. You can see you can run a marathon, you can do an outdoor run, you can do lots and lots of stuff here. Indoor runs, even walks are possible, swims, lots and lots of training sessions that you can take here. So this is fully packed for every day-to-day running and sports activities. The UI is very clean and minimalistic. You can see everything on first glance, but you have various different information that you can see during your workout, which is quite nice. And when you end your workout you get a statistic, not only here on the watch itself, but of course in the Huawei Health app itself. So you have like those rings, but you can also turn into this clover, and you have tons of data that you can read then here that gives you more information, and it's analyzing everything very accurate. I think the heartbeat accuracy has been improved. There's even ECG support now available on this watch, and of course, sleep cycles can also be tracked here, and it's pretty accurate, I have to say. And of course, you can also track all your sports activities. So your exercises, in this case a short demo exercise that I did here, you can track, and you see all the statistics and data here, as well as the charts of your heart rate and everything else that you might need to want to check your progress in terms of sports activities. So yeah, in general, this is a very, very good application that has tons of information. I think what they could improve is how they present the information somehow, because it's a lot of things here and a lot of sub-menus that you have to click into, or you can click into to get more information. Which is helpful for those who like to do sports and track their health very accurately. The battery life is claimed to be 14 days. This is roughly what I also got. It depends, of course, what you're doing. If you don't have so much GPS tracking and sports activities like I had because of some illness that I had when I was testing out this watch, then it can even last a little bit longer. But the cool thing is you can charge it with any wireless charging method that you have. So I have a third-party wireless charger here and it's working fine. But you can also use the back of your phone if it has reverse wireless charging, which can become handy, especially if you're in a situation where you forgot to charge your watch and you need just to know the time or other track and sports activities that you want to do. So very, very useful. And it's also charging up pretty quickly here, at least when you charge it up with the original charger. All in all, the Huawei Watch GT Runner 2 is a full recommendation for me. What else do you want? It has almost everything on board that you need. ECG support, heart rate control, GPS, NFC payments are possible. What are the downsides of this watch? Why I am not praising it even higher than it actually is? Battery life is okay. 14 days I think is something that we are getting used to from Huawei. I really wish maybe they could get a bit more out. Yes, I could get 17 days out of it, but I was like ill for a week and just use it as a normal watch. Then of course it is like using less power, and yeah, then you can get it even for 17 days. But try to make it double it, like 30 days, or make it 24 days. This would be very cool and awesome as well. You can make it even a little bit thicker maybe, then you get more out of the battery life. Talking about the thickness, I think the smallish version here for me was a bit too small. I think I like the lightweight, I like the thinness of this, don't get me wrong, but you can see it on the watch face. If I have the watch face, this is tiny little numbers. My eyes, I'm getting old, have difficulties. If you're young enough, no problem, then you probably can read it. And if you have smaller wrists, then of course it is no problem at all. So app support is, I think, where it's lacking a little bit for the modern kind of times, to call it like a complete package of smartwatch that I would recommend for everyone. Because I know there are some people who like to listen to Spotify or podcasts via Spotify or anything else. not really possible with this. You have to use some workarounds, some other applications that maybe can connect somehow or do some streaming, but you cannot get the original apps on the app galleries. This is a bit of a limitation that we have, but nevertheless, almost everything else is done. And this is why if you don't need that, if you have on your phone, where's my phone? My pocket. If you have your music on your phone anyway, you can just transfer it over to the watch. Just take the watch out for a short run, listen to your favorite podcast or favorite music, and you're good to go. NFC payments working. I think the last big thing that they made somehow work, but then this app just died out, but now they are making it really work with Curve that hopefully will not die out so quickly. The same technology that they're using on the phones already for mobile payments, on the Huawei phones that is. So NFC payments are working with this one, notifications coming through. What I have sometimes an issue with is like answering notifications. So this seems to be not always the case. Only a certain amount of applications, like the messaging application for sure can do this. I'm not sure about WhatsApp. I'm not really a WhatsApp user, but I was a bit surprised seeing some WeChat messages and I can click on it, I can read them, but I cannot answer them, which is a bit of an issue. Maybe it's an issue because it's a group chat, I don't know. So we have some limitations there in answering some messages, but the rest, battery life, display brightness, I also was not talking about, always bright enough to see, even now with the sun getting out here also in Europe and we have 20 degrees, almost like spring. Everything is visible, no issues there at all. It's a very fluid OS. If you're coming from an earlier GT Runner 1, or the Watch Fit series, like the first generation, or I think the second generation, definitely look at this because the operating system is so much more fluid, the reaction time so much better that I would really say it's a must buy for those users. Yes, you get a bit of sports modes more there, but yeah, maybe software updates already did it for the older version, but GPS is a lot faster. Battery life, now probably the time where your old watch is like running out a little bit short in terms of battery life. This might be a solid upgrade. The Watch GT Runner 2, highly recommended from me here. And you'll find a link down below where you can get it. Nope, no commission from me or any affiliate link. It's just a normal link so that you know where you can get it. And I like this. I got it from Huawei, but I have to send it back. It's a loaner device, so I'm not praising them because I just get this device and keep it. Nope, I'm not paid for that kind of thing. This is just simply a very good sports watch, but spoiler, it can be a very good smartwatch as well if you don't have like all the kind of new fancy applications that you need. And yeah, with NFC payment, get it while it's hot.